Boy, just be yourself. If people don't like it if you're being yourself, fuck them.
It's Big Los,
Hollywood Kev,
and officially welcome to another episode of The Noize. If you haven't yet, go ahead and follow The Noize on the Big Three at The Noize Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can find everything Beat Network on beatnetworkonline.com. Something else we haven't said in a while, might as well remind the folks because it is the end of 2018. Yes. You can go ahead and follow us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker. We're trying to get titled. Have I missed one? YouTube.
Other than, yeah. We be forgetting about YouTube too.
And what's crazy is because we were so gung-ho about going into the visuals, which we are definitely doing 2019 and beyond. We were so gung-ho about going to the visuals, but we ran into every ass speed bump. Every single one since, Cognac Conversations? Well, before then, but since we actually started speaking to the show.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Like we've had
because even at Kanye Conversations, I mean, it was minor, but yeah.
It was a minor one that, like I said, y'all will never see. But, dog, I feel like we say this every year, but I'm not necessarily in that position where, 2018, get the fuck up out of here. That was more so 2016 for me.
Okay, I get it.
2018, I'm just like, I'm just happy that niggas made it. First of all, just for the ear hustlers, we of course we kind of got into your business last time. You ain't got to share what's going on, but how are you? Just to kind of catch
me, I'm
up.
good. I'm good. I'm a lot more peaceful.
Okay,
I should say, like I don't know, it was like a switch kind of just hit. So now I'm good. I'm good. Focused, like I said earlier, focused, ready to. I'm ready to mess 2019 up.
Oh yeah, this is about 2019 about to be a whole bitch to us.
Yeah,
this is finna be.
Unlike you, 2018 kicked my ass. It kicked my ass, and it's funny because going into 2018, I think I was probably one of the people like, "No, this year gonna be straight. We go, yeah, I mean, this year gonna be good." And
I would say, out of everything we set out to do in 2018, beat wise, we accomplished at least 75% of.
I think so too, if not a little bit more, actually.
If not a little bit more, I believe. Personally, I feel like we also made a pretty good stride, as men and really as mental health advocates as well, because we spoke on mental health a lot this year. It's only going to pick up next year. We'll drop that announcement. We'll drop that announcement first episode of next year. But, I would say 2018 was a solid year of growth.
Yeah. Even though it did kick my ass, it was a year of growth. Like as painful as it was, I know 2018 was needed for the next steps. You know what I mean? I couldn't skip over that. So yeah.
One thing I'm taking away from 2018, because it kicked my ass. I can't flex. It did kick my ass. Not as bad as 2016 did. 2016, I was like, you know what? Nah, you could burn to hell. Like I think we actually had a cover for one of our shows where a bunch of people giving 2016 the middle finger. I don't know what it was about. We got to go back and listen to those episodes and find out why was 2016 so ass.
I can't remember.
Well, of course, old boy got in office. That was
that was trash. That. But that was, when you think about it, that was towards the end of 2016.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
That the chunk of the ass was already here.
Right, exactly. That was a very shit coated cherry on top.
I was thinking shit in my head. Yeah,
that was a very shit coated cherry on top of what 2016 was. But anyway, getting into 2018, and I feel this way about a lot of people. I think 2018 was really a year of growth for a lot of people. We didn't see a lot of people get away from certain things. I guess just certain actions in a sense. We didn't really see everybody get away from shit like that. But I can definitely say, people that I know personally and, looking at a lot of these cats that's in the league, that's in the profession of entertainment, you saw a lot of changes.
Yeah.
I feel like 2018 was I really just, if I'm going to double up on what I'm saying, I really do think it was a year of growth. I think this was that turning point, for at least for black entertainers.
I can agree with that.
If anything, outside of all the bullshit, I think as black people, we're starting to wake up to our power. We're starting to wake up to our voice, you know, and really take advantage of the platforms that we have to really send a positive, you know, message and an enlightening message and an uplifting message. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I think, for lack of better words, I think 2018 was more action and 2019 will be consequences. Again, this is for lack of better words. I think this on all spectrums. I think that
we'll say results.
We'll say results. Yeah. I think, you know, especially with black people seeing the power that we have. And now 2019, people can really start to implement that power and get ahead. I think that's going to happen with black entertainment, but just for us personally, yeah. I think, you know, we were able to go through the bullshit this year, and then next year it's like, okay, since I went through this is what's about to happen.
This got to be it.
Yeah.
And, you know, one thing I'm proud of is that we've never been them type to be like, new year, new me. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's crazy because I haven't seen many people say that.
Because people have been,
everybody done got their ass.
People have been shitting on it for so long. It was like, I'm going to stop saying that. I'm just going to wait till a new me actually pops up.
Yeah, that may make sense.
You know, it'd be like, it's been a few years, new me. That's the new term. Few years, new me.
Few years, new me.
But you know, one thing I've noticed outside of growing, that's one thing I kind of disagree with.
What you mean?
People making it a point to become brand new in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I understand growing and evolving, but you know, with evolution, that doesn't change, you know, who you are. It just changes how you go about things. It changes.
So do you mean like the people that start acting completely different than what their norm instead of evolving? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
no, that's exactly
what I mean. Like, or they might act maybe bougie if you want to use that word. You know what I
would
mean?
say if I was to put, you know, a popular word that I've heard throughout 2018 with men and women, like when you would see women become savages and when you would see men, you know, become, what was the word that they were using for, not cutthroat, but something along that line. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
just along the same vein as a savage?
Men version of savage. I can't remember what the hell it was, but I feel like you're forcing something. That's an act. You know, you're not necessarily a new you. You're putting, you know what I'm saying?
You're really not a savage. It's not who you are.
That's not who you are. You know what I'm saying? You're not a savage. You're not a man savage. We're going to call it man savage, like the man bun. There you go. If you're a man savage, it's just a man bun. We know what your hair look like. But I look at all that shit and, you know, I think if you really want to be this kind of person, what are you doing behind the scenes? Because you can scream savage, man savage all day.
Right.
But then when you're confiding in your homeboy, your homegirl, you still that same person.
I get what you mean.
You still dealing with hurt. You still dealing with all that shit. And I feel like 2018 was a good time to, what was really, you know, when it really took off and it started getting exposed at the same time.
Far as what? Exposed far as what?
Oh, just showing people that really ain't about it like they say they are.
Ah, I get what you're saying. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. If you're gonna be you, then be you, but evolve from that.
Exactly.
Understand that you had some transgressions. Yeah, understand you had some transgressions and move past it and grow from it. Don't switch up and hypothetically, you in 2018 you were smoking, 2019 you didn't. So now in 2019 you want to shit on everybody that still smoke. Yeah, don't. Right. That's not gonna work.
Right. Don't act all vegan.
Yeah.
Niggas all straight edge and all that. But, you know, that's one thing I definitely took away from 2018. You know, if I could use myself as an example, 2018 was an up and down year for me. For the people that listen that are close to me, y'all know what I'm talking about. Of course, I know you know what I'm talking about. Having that panic attack was really the eye opener for me because that helped me realize that I'm pretending. That helped me realize that I'm trying to introduce this PC, everybody loves Los type dude. And I've never been that guy. And
that's true.
I'm never going to be that guy. No matter how hard I try to be that guy, no matter how hard I push to be that guy, to be cheeks, teeth, and smiles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It, you know, literally was killing me. So to really have that wake up moment to be like, I don't need to be somebody different. I need to be me. I just got to be a better version of me. So if you're going to, you know, and we've talked about on the show before about letting people grow. If you're going to hold me to a person that I was 2, 3, 4, 5, however many years ago, that's on you.
Yeah,
because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. You're absolutely right about that. I think with 2018, most people like we said, you know, they whooped on everybody. I think people really need to move away from trying to please everyone. I think that goes into being PC. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're trying to please everyone. Just do you, and if they don't like it, then oh well, because there's somebody that does.
Right, exactly.
So I think 2018 people in general should know, hey, I'm gonna just do me in 2019. Exactly. You know what I mean? What happens. I'm gonna just do me. Of course, I'm not saying go out there and wild out, but you know what I mean? Just
do you.
Yeah, just do you.
One thing I think that makes it safer to do you, and this is really based off of everything we've been talking about with mental health and my experiences with counseling and stuff like that, address the trauma.
Yeah.
Because trauma, one thing I've noticed this year, trauma has really powered a lot of people's decision making, their movements. Like it's just been really based off of past hurt. Yeah. And you see a lot of it. Like one thing I put up on Facebook, and it's funny because it got hella likes and hearts and shit. Cause I was like, oh no, I'm not saying I'm currently in counseling. I'm saying I've been there and it, you know, it's really not that bad.
Right.
And I didn't put it up there to be like, you know, oh yeah, Lowe's going to counseling. I put it up there like, y'all don't pay attention to the shit that y'all post. Like the shit that y'all post, you sound hurt. Like you sound really fucking hurt, and getting it off your chest is going to do way more than posting something, you know what I'm saying, posting something online about it.
But even on a broad sense, by you posting that or saying that, somebody else that may look at you in a different light be like, shit, if Los can go talk to counseling or go to counseling, you know, and I'm going to go to counseling.
Right,
too.
you know, absolutely.
You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
I'm glad people took that from it. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, I didn't want people to think, you know, hey, y'all, currently in counseling, this, and I would never, y'all know, I try to keep everything surface right. When it comes down to the noise. Like we give y'all a lot of us, but there is still a lot of us that you don't know about. So we try to keep everything surface here. But whenever I'm going deep, y'all know, you know, when that's the case. So to be out and about like that, that's not me. Y'all gonna hear about shit post afterwards, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think a lot of people have a lot of unanswered trauma that really needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
And I think once we get there, like dog, it's gonna be solid.
But this also, and it's weird because like we've been saying all year, we're in such of a weird space right now because it's weird having this guy as president. So it's like, damn, you got this guy as president. But at the same time, it's like, I know people are starting to see that they do need counseling. So in the long run, humanity could potentially be better. We just got to get over this guy in office.
Once we get past him, we're going to definitely see some changes. What would you say? We can start positively. What was something that you saw this year, you know, entertainment, pop culture, or just with yourself in general? Like what are some things that, you know, you're kind of proud took place in 2018?
Again, I'm still working on this. I want to say that first. I am still working on this, but a lot more social. I'm proud of that. Or in social settings, instead of being a reserved one, kind of waiting so somebody speaks to me for me to speak to them, I'm jumping out there and speaking to them first and being, you know, I mean, being my natural self, but getting out of my bubble a little bit. I was proud of myself in that, in those rare times it happened.
I feel like you're about to say them 4 or 5 days, you know.
Those rare times it happened. I was proud of that. So yeah. What about you?
Good deal. From a entertainment pop culture side, I was really happy to see the amount of music that we got this year.
I was gonna wait till we get to that too.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely gonna get to it. But I just kind of squeezing out the way that I feel like, you know, 2017 was a really good year for music, but I feel like 2018 was like, nah, let me show you what's good.
Only month. This December is the only month where I can be like, damn, what happened? Because we really ain't have much that came out this month.
No, yeah, they got it out the way early.
Yeah, but other than that,
it was a solid year.
Solid year.
With me personally, like I said earlier, actually, just being able to recognize that I'm not for everybody, and I need to really stop.
That's big.
I need to really stop trying to act like, you know,
because you can be for everybody.
Exactly. Because you know when you're that type of person that has that extroverted personality to where you can talk to anybody, you can mingle with anybody, you can walk in any room and do whatever. When you have people that have unsettled, you know, issues with you, dispute with you, that shit's weird. It's like, nah, everybody's supposed to be cool with me. Everybody's supposed to like me or whatever. Right. And, you know, you start questioning the kind of person that you are. Now, I'm not saying this is an everybody thing. Mm-hmm. This was just a me thing. Mm-hmm. So to get to that place where I saw that me breaking my back for other people was breaking me in general, like, I'm cool. I
will say that I did learn that from you to be, because I see how you are when you're talking to people and how extroverted you can be, even though I know who you are. So for me seeing that damn near every day, it helped me be more extroverted in the sense, understand that you can still be you and still be cool with that. So I did take that from 2018 from me. So like, I do appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. At this point, it's just politicking to me now. Like I can be that super extrovert. And
now, I got some ways to go before I'm there.
Oh, you got some time.
Yeah, I got some time.
I think, like I said, I think you'll be ready by the time we make the announcement for next year. But yeah, man, like I said, now it's just to the point where if I'm in a room and I'm networking and stuff like that, yeah, I'll be that guy. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But as far as, people that know me personally or just really people that hear me on this show and really want to see what Los is like outside, like I'm the same nigga. Same potty mouth. Remember I tried to not stop cussing, but not cuss as much. I tried that this year.
You did. I can say you stuck to that. Once you said that, you kind of stuck to that. On the show part.
I fucked that up real bad. There were some episodes where I was letting it ring.
I don't think so. Not on the show part. I don't think so. Now, outside of that, then okay. But I don't think during the show, no, I don't think so. Were you? I don't have to go back in.
I probably cussed less than I did in 2017.
That's all I'm saying. It just was less. I ain't say it stopped.
2017, boy.
2017, boy.
There was some sentence enhancers, boy. Every cuss word was like a comma to me.
Fuck, as a comma.
Exactly. No, and it would really be like that too. Like, shit. Cuss words were like legit a comma for me in 2017. So yeah, maybe I've gotten better. So like going into next year with knowing things about yourself and improving on the things that you said you need to improve on and really just expanding who you are as Kev. What are some of your plans?
Gonna be a lot more action to my words. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a good portion of this year, it was so much planning and so much figuring, so much logistics behind everything, even when there shouldn't have been logistics behind it. Right. Next year is going to be, all right, I know what I'm doing. Right. You know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and put this out and go from there. And on a personal standpoint, just, try to be a little bit more happy, step out of my comfort zone a little bit more. Find those simple joys that I couldn't or didn't enjoy this year. Enjoy them next year. You know what I mean? Get out in the sun a little bit more, or go do stuff that I normally wouldn't do instead of coming up with some type of random excuse in my head not to do it.
So you going base jumping is what you're telling me?
I do want to do base jumping.
You're tripping. I'm not.
It's funny because I always wanted to do base jumping and I want to do skydiving, but I do not want to bungee jump. I do not want to bungee jump by any means. Like, I'm good. I'm good. It's funny. I jump out of an airplane, but you're not tying no cord around my feet, dog. I'm good. Yeah. You seen what happened to Trevor.
I saw what happened to Trevor. Yeah.
Well, we didn't see what happened to Trevor, but we know what happened to Trevor. I don't want that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, like, what's the difference between
that's why it's crazy
and just being like, okay, fuck a rope. It's me and God.
That's why it's crazy. But at the same time, it kind of makes sense because if I do jump out, you know what I mean? If something happened, I'm just gone. Mm-hmm. But if this rope is a little bit too long and I get hit, fuck myself up. But maybe I live. Now I got to walk around with a permanent limp. I just really be dead.
That's where I go. I'm on the good foot. You know what I'm saying? That's where I go.
Yeah, I don't want them problems. I don't want them problems at all. But no, 2019, man, I'm excited. It's funny because it's weird. It's kind of deja vu because I remember saying kind of the same things last year. Like I'm excited for 2018, but I'm excited for 2019. It's one of those things where, when you can feel it when you know what I mean? Like the night before, when you're with your moms or whatever, she's like, tomorrow I'm gonna make whatever your favorite dish is. And when you get off from school, you just know that night, that favorite, that's how I feel. Like I know 2019 is gonna good. Now, again, it could not work as well as I planned, but I'm still gonna take that as a learning process. And I've learned to take everything as a learning process.
So 2019 is tacos after school for you.
Tacos do sound bomb. They do. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I might have to get some tacos. Do I got stuff at home? Yes, I do.
We just discovered what the Kev's 2019 is.
Right.
Tacos, all 365.
But it's just one of those things where I feel it. I feel good about it. And even if it don't, man, even if it don't pan out, again, I don't think it's going to be like this at all. But even if it doesn't, still learn to be happy with it. Still be like, it's cool. We're going to get them. We're going to get
exactly.
them. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I'm excited. Partially because of that and partially because I'm like, can't be no worse than what the fuck it was in 2018. So
this is true. Cause you know what? I look at the same way. I'm like, man, after this, it's got to be death.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. See, the death or better. The death or better.
Thing, and I'm not trying to die.
Right.
So,
but even if I do die, I don't have to worry about it being any worse.
It's like, that's that.
Right. So
you ain't have much to worry about.
Exactly.
Same thing for me though, man. If I could steal that from you, just really putting more actions to words.
Fucking thief.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
I had a whole spiel. You ain't supposed to talk with Martin Luther King, give a speech. How you start over?
Where was down, Coretta?
Right. Where was I? Look at that. But putting a lot more actions to words. Again, I feel like we accomplished, to me, like 75%, could be more of what we put out in the universe.
Shit, as far as Beat goes, I think Beat had a dope year. Me personally.
Beat had a very dope year.
I think Beat had a dope ass year.
Beat had a very dope year. There was so much more.
No, I get that. I get that. I get what you're saying.
And because we were able to accomplish majority of the shit we set out to do, it's made me hungrier for next year.
Yeah.
Especially with the studio move and the plans we got going forward with the visuals and just everything that we have lined up going into next year. Now that we were able to see the fruits of proper preparation this year, oh man, I want to apply it and have it multiply tenfold.
Yeah.
Going into next year. So really, I'm looking forward to everything we got going on next year. I'm looking forward to just bringing some new people in, new content and just really, really putting feet to the pavement, man. I'm not trying to leave 2019 with a job. And that's something I put in the universe right now. I'm not trying to leave 2019 with a job. Like at this point, if it's not passion, then I'm not for it.
Yeah. Honestly, that's over the last few weeks. That's what I learned a lot, so speaking to different people and learn that, there's more to it than a damn dollar. That's what I've learned, there's more to it than just that. So I'm excited for 2019.
Absolutely.
What about, before we even get there, the music this year? How you feel? Well, you kind of said how you felt a little bit about it. Give me your favorite albums this year. I won't even give you a number. Just give me some of your favorites this year.
Oh man, easy. And I've been saying this. I've been saying this since it's dropped. Nipsey Hussle had album of the year.
Yeah.
And that's across all genres. Nipsey Hussle had album of the year.
This is. I was talking to my chick about this. This is what I feel about Nipsey. Because for me, it's either Nipsey or KOD, right? But it's like, I wish I can put a 1A and 1B, but at the same time, I'm not comfortable with, let's say, I'm not comfortable with Cole being 1B,
but
I'm not comfortable with Nick 1B, right? Being 1B.
Right.
So that's weird, right? But let's say for the sake of argument, we'll go whatever one you want to choose. We get one is Cole 1 or Nips 1, Cole 2. I'm not comfortable with J-Rock being number 3, but I'm not comfortable with him being number 2 either. So it's like, yeah, it's hard. I
would definitely say that Victory Lap was the hardest project this year.
Yeah, it's funny you say, because I think I just did that yesterday. Like, I'm still giving it spins.
Dog, me too.
That and KO still giving it spins.
I just got done listening to it at work.
Yeah.
Like, Victory Lap was a perfect project. Mm-hmm. Everything else I can't necessarily put in order. It's just grouping as very solid projects. Like you said, KOD, definitely one of them. J-Rock killed it. Yeah. I actually think this was probably his best rollout. Really, period.
Wait, best roll? So he has had, this album was my introduction to him. So he's had other rollouts before.
Oh yeah, he had.
I didn't know you could redo a rollout. That's like,
well, no, I mean every album gets a rollout. But
debut. My bad.
Right, you're thinking debut.
Okay.
His rollout for Follow Me Home, which was his first album when he was signed to some random ass label. I want to say, no, it wasn't even Strange Music. I can't remember who the hell J-Rock signed to. Whoever's listening, Corey the Corrector, if you're there as well, just say something, let us know.
We got to make him a personal shirt.
I'm telling you, we got to.
He got to get his own personal shirt that says Corey the Corrector.
Corey the Corrector. I can't remember who that first label was. But Follow Me Home was a solid fucking project too. Mm-hmm. The rollout was just trash. 90059. Solid record. Rollout was trash.
What's wrong with the rollouts?
You could tell that there wasn't that much put behind it.
Mm. It was like all his core friends would have known he dropped it. Okay, gotcha.
Follow Me Home was one of those. We got this dude on the label. Mm-hmm. He has that classic West Coast sound, but we don't know. But around the time that came out, that no one was really looking for that sound anymore. With 90059. That was top dog, don't get me wrong, but I felt like that was more so pushed like a mixtape.
It's one of those, here, just say you got something now.
Exactly,
thing.
like,
Got
boom,
you.
Now he has a project. This one, you saw J-Rock do, radio interviews.
Yeah, he did do interviews.
He's currently on tour right now for the album. Yeah. When got picked up by, because he had on with 90059, it wasn't on it, but it was one of the records that was like getting pushed, pay for it. That was a record that Gatorade was using.
I probably have heard it. Just probably. Yeah.
It was him, Kendrick, and I want to say I think it was Anna Wise, or it could have been.
I probably have heard it before, but I know ain't the Win, ain't that on Madden or something like that?
Yeah, Win's on Madden. Yeah. Win's been used to promote all kinds of shit, and the fact that that's just J-Rock's album, because when they were using Pay For It to promote, they would only play Kendrick's verse.
Oh, that's
it would say J-Rock featuring Kendrick,
grimy.
But they would only play Kendrick's verse.
That's grimy.
I felt like this rollout was specifically J-Rock. He had the best record on the Black Panther soundtrack. He had and then when the album dropped, murdered the fucking album. Win was an anthem.
Yeah.
J-Rock had an anthem this year, and I'm proud
I know the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope. With that particular track is dope because that's the last track on his album. So after you hear this fire ass album, then you hear it ends on this song. That's dope.
You feel good.
You feel
You want to go out and win.
Not only is it, I'm and you can use, I guess, what do you call it, triple entendre. I'm winning because this album is dope. Double entendre. I'm winning because this album is dope. And I'm telling y'all out there, nah, fuck that, go win. Like,
exactly.
It's dope.
Like, I won this year. Now you need to do the same.
Yeah, I think that's dope.
But speaking of those wins, KOD. I felt like KOD was a solid bounce back from For Your Eyes Only. Here's my thing with Cole. I think J. Cole is easily top 5 of this generation. Easily. with hands down. Top 3, even if you want to go that far. When people say why they think J. Cole is boring, you're like, okay, I get where you're coming from, but you have to truly appreciate lyricism and artistry to really appreciate J. Cole. When he dropped For Your Eyes Only, I'm like, there's no way I could defend motherfucker saying that he's boring.
Yeah, it's funny.
That was a boring goddamn album.
Yeah, I don't like that album.
I don't.
I like the Neighbors track.
Yeah.
I think that trap is dope.
Neighbors is dope.
But when I heard it, I was like, yo, I can't even sit through this. Like, no, to this day, I have not say I can fully give you a rundown of that album.
By the way, I got another week of our J. Cole Tuesday Turn Up. That's still on Spotify.
I was just gonna ask you too. Did we forget to?
Nah.
Because the next playlist should be for the first.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
I was making sure.
Should we tell them now?
No. They
Let them wait for it. Yeah. Cool. Y'all gonna like it though. But anyway, so for him to drop KOD, I would say his most commercial album since Sideline Story. Now that's saying a lot because Sideline Story was commercial.
Can we really say it? Because I think what's that? The Illuminati. I think that was kind of commercial too. He had a couple of tracks that was getting radio spin. At TLC joint was. At Miguel joint was.
So we can say Illuminati.
Yeah, I think that. Since then, I won't go far as back as
Vilmatic.
What's Illuminati? Illuminati, I believe. Do I got it on my phone?
The song was called Illuminati.
Oh shit! I got. I just found some candy.
The come up. I think it was Vilmatic.
I don't think it was Vilmatic. I'm looking it up now. I'm trying to look it up right now. I think it's Illuminati.
Ladies and gentlemen, always remember, do your Googles.
Do your Googles. Well, we're doing our titles right now. Born Center. We all fucked up. We all fucked up.
Niggas is like, hey, y'all Cole fan.
Born Center. Because of the track, the very first track is Illuminati. That's why I'm thinking that.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, the track was called Born. But anyway, getting back to the point I was making. This record had that perfect mix of commercial and lyrical sounds. I feel like he gave you both sides of what an artist should really.
I could say yeah, because he did have some videos out there, but he was still spitting. Yeah,
right. Okay. Like if anything, this is what Kendrick does every album. Is what Cole did on KOD. He was able to ride the line between commercial and being an artist. Who else had so many people had a fucking solid project this year. Dog, I can't get away from Black Thought's EP.
Yeah. Right? I think people kind of forgot about that.
It was 4 records, but I'm like, Jesus.
That's Christ. On my phone right now. Like it gets spins still.
Another one, Big Crit's EP.
I haven't heard it.
His shit go. You definitely gotta slap that one.
Really? Yeah. I haven't heard it.
His shit go. There was one other person that I think had Push.
Yeah.
Push. That was, again, 7 songs, no skip. Yeah, you probably can skip the last song.
It don't matter. Push album is solid.
Push album is solid. Shit, I think Complex
Meek album is solid.
Oh, yeah.
We had some hits
Meek
this
had a
year.
solid fucking comeback.
Bro, we had some hits. Now, that's just in the hip-hop side. You know, I was more on me. We had some hits across the board this year.
Oh, absolutely. Her had a solid fucking year.
Bruh.
She went from being unknown to being like that one.
she put out this year. I know she put out the little, I can't even think of what it was called. I think I used to love her. I don't know what it was, but she put out, it was part 1, then she put out part 2. Man.
The girl had a run.
The girl can get it.
He means the brass rings. He's going for the gold.
Man, some of the stuff she be singing or like me, I still can't get over like the, I think it was last year. It was a Volume 1, Volume 2 where I just remember the cover of the album cover was like blue and then orange.
Yeah.
I don't know. She got a song called Say It Again on one of them. Man, look.
Bro,
let a chick tell me the stuff she was saying. Pregnant instantly.
Right now. Looking you in your eyes.
Instantly. Yes. I'm gonna look in your eye and hold your hand.
Lay on your stomach, wait for my seed, bro. Man, who else had something? Again, man, it was a lot of really fucking good projects, and I kind of got to go back to Meek real quick because my man was just catching L after L after L, and then of course the shit cherry on top of that was him going to prison.
Right.
Bro, he came out and
he came out in beast mode for real.
I need y'all to remember I'm Meek. Yeah. Like, let's get this shit going, and that's nothing but respect. And I gotta apologize for my words. I think I said last year, like, I don't see Meek bouncing back from any of this.
I think you did say that.
I said that, and I got to take that back. I got to apologize to the listeners, to Meek, whatever.
I was asking, like, I think you did say that.
And the only reason I thought he couldn't bounce back is because there's one thing of getting shitted on. Mm-hmm. When you get exposed, it's like, ooh.
Yeah. One thing, it's completely unfortunate, but I think if maybe you can say helped him a little bit was going to prison.
The reason he went to prison definitely helped him.
Well, no, the reason was stupid. Yeah, I'm saying that helped. Yeah, it helped him. But I'm saying by him, it's unfortunate. I don't think nobody should be behind them bars. Like, unless no, that's not the spot to be. But the fact that he was able to go away and kind of disappear a little bit helped to where when he did come out, he can be like, no, I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, right. I think that worked in his favor. Again, it's an unfortunate situation, but it worked in his favor.
Yeah, because people were rallying behind him.
Yeah.
And then him and Drake cool again. And
I figured that was going to happen again. I knew that was going to happen eventually.
That's how Drake goes on tour. He squashes beef with people. That's what he's. I think he didn't bring out Chris Brown for this tour.
Yeah, he brought in Chris Brown too. Yeah. Nah, I can't lie. I'm looking forward to a Drake and Chris Brown record.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm looking forward to that. Only way I can see myself, and it's weird because I think that if they do anything but this one thing, they're going to have a hit. But if they try some island Caribbean shit on this, it's going to be trash.
That's what they're going to do.
I hope not.
Drake's singing.
I hope not. No, he's not. I don't think so because I think he's going to let Chris have that lane.
Nah.
Both of them cannot be singing on that track.
But that's the thing. You got to remember, Drake is a Swiss Army nigga. Pull out, he got boom, this one thing, he rapping. Boom, this other thing, he's singing. Boom, this other thing, he acting. And then he's the Swiss Army nigga that on the other end, you know how the other end got the nail clipper? The nail clipper was this nigga knowing Spanish. I ain't know Drake was bilingual.
You know what's crazy? For Christmas, I got like these. It's not a Swiss Army knife, but it's a little pliers, but they Swiss Army thing on it. Like I got one of those.
Exactly. Drake is the equivalent of Swiss Army knife. He's a Swiss Army nigga.
Yeah. I hope. Again, if they don't come out there with the island shit, it's going to be a hit. But if they do, I'm going to be so upset because I'm like, y'all wasted it. Y'all had it.
Like, it was right there in your hands.
Tyra said, we were all rooting for you. That's how I'm going to feel. Yeah, that's how I'm going to feel. But no, I want to go back to J. Cole because I remember you not this week's, last week, did you listen to Button's podcast?
No.
He made a comment. Well, we ain't even going to go there. Did you hear Cole's verse on that 21 Savage song?
Which record?
21 Savage just dropped the album, I think last Friday, I think. Mm-hmm. And on the first track, it is funny because on 21, I'm not a fan of his. Like, I only went to it because Cole was on this track. But when you get to the album, he doesn't tell you if he's featured. It says 21 Savage all the way. But the first track got him and Cole. And when I say Cole gassed his shit.
Cole never let you down with a feature, but he did let me down with one feature this year. I can't remember who the dude is, but it's one of these new niggas that raps like one of these new niggas. And then Cole gets on the record, and that's probably the worst Cole verse I've heard.
I wish I would.
It's a newer record.
He had a lot of features this year.
Now we back on it.
He had a lot of features. But no, I'm saying it to say, Button's argument during that podcast was he knows Cole is dope and like very much like you, top 3. He knows that. His issue was that he didn't like the fact that Cole doesn't spit on his albums the way he does on
Say Nah, Moneybagg Yo.
The features. Okay, I haven't heard that track. He doesn't spit like he does on his features on his album. And I'm listening to him go, and I'm not really agreeing with what he said, but I'm like, Joe, you couldn't have really listened to what he says, or what can really listen to that verse and think what you think, because in his verse, he is telling you every gripe that people can say they have about Cole, he addresses in that particular verse. Mm. One of the lines he was saying, everybody want me on other people's shit. I don't really be like that, but fuck it, I'm gonna just be on everybody's shit and kill him. Like,
and that's what he did this year.
And that's what he was on, so many features this year. People don't realize Cole was on a lot of features this year.
Yeah, the shit I just pulled up to see the name of the song. Mm-hmm. It was an article from XXL that said all of J. Cole's features in 2018. I had to scroll.
Yeah,
to get
he had
features
back, and he had a solid album. So that's why I'm like, damn, do I put that at 1A or 1B? But I don't want to put it at 1B, but I can't put it at 1A over Nip. Like, it's so hard. It's one of those good type of things though, because
it's a great problem to have, because damn, bro,
we've had years where we were like, bro,
you remember years where Jay-Z gave us a bad album, like, oh god, it's a rough year for hip hop.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Or when the Littles, like, SoundCloud was buzzing, but it wasn't buzzing.
When SoundCloud became the industry,
then when it popped, and you had all these, you was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
One more person, and then kind of transition off of hip hop, even though this is, of course, our favorite subject. But one thing I was happy to see, even though I wasn't a big fan of the album, and I'm dreadfully tired of the fucking single, it feels so good to hear Lil Wayne in rotation again.
How'd you feel about his album?
I thought it was I didn't think this was worth the wait.
I didn't really care for it either too much.
I thought you could tell what records he recorded to put on the album, and you could tell what records are probably from the original Carter 5. Because I fuck with Mona Lisa, but Mona Lisa sound like 2015.
Yeah.
Mona Lisa sound like early Kendrick. Because you could tell that was early Kendrick, because that was multiple voice Kendrick.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I wish he would have just went in there and just redid that shit.
Yeah, he should have just gave us a brand new
He should have went in there and redid it. And not only would it made the music quality been better, but everybody, like, if he wanted to feature, it would have been probably the easiest ever, because people were like, oh, you redoing a Carter 5? Yeah, let me hop in the booth. You know what I mean?
Because this is the infamous Carter 5. Everyone's going to hear this. Exactly.
So it was, to me, one of the most, there's so many that has came out, I can't remember off the top, but it's got to be one of the most disappointing albums for me.
Yeah, I would definitely say it was a letdown, and I think it was only a letdown because of the hype.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
I think it's because of the hype.
Not only is the hype, and then his talent level, because Wayne is that same type of person. When he dropped that Beyonce line, when he was, kidnapped you. But when I heard that shit, I was like, yo, this nigga's raw.
No, and you know what though? I think it's this time and all the shit that he's gone through with Cash Money, because I felt that way about Sorry for the Wait 2. Sorry for the Wait 1 was decent. Sorry for the Wait 2, I'm like, dog, you phoned all this shit in. Like, you didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So I think he did a lot of that shit while he was in that place mentally. Mm-hmm. And then,
that's why I would want to get fresh shit when I know I'm not in that place, man. That's why I would want to put out this fresh shit.
And that's what I wish he would have done. I wish he just tapped in with everybody that caught the feature. He could have still used, the unused verse from XXX, did whatever he had to do. Mm-hmm. But it just felt like, yeah, I'm gonna put out what I've been wanting to put out from Carter 5 and give y'all some new shit. But for me, from where I'm coming from, with the Uproar record being, in heavy rotation, it reminds me of how many years we went without, Wayne. And not, 2 years and then you get another Kendrick album. Bro, we went like 3-4 years of just no new Wayne outside of
not
tapes.
Only that, though, because I have to think, same with artists, rappers, you're going to make music relevant to that time that you're in. A lot has happened in those 4 years.
So much has happened. And
honestly, literally, life is different.
It could have been more than them 4 years.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it.
But either way, life is different. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, just the way you have to go about things, the way you have to manage what you say when you're typing is different than what it was. And so I would have liked to see him be like, let me embrace that a little bit more instead of just, here, take it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think he kind of was like, fuck it. I'm Wayne. They're going to buy this shit.
No, he definitely phoned in this album.
You know what I mean? I tell him like this.
What you were just about to say, they're going to buy this shit no matter what.
Yeah.
Now, granted, again, we got a shit ton of tapes from Wayne, but this was the first time we got Wayne in rotation. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be real with you. I would feel the same way if Drake got into a fucked up contract situation and we didn't hear from Drake for like 5 years. When you go from hearing from somebody every record.
True.
Because Drake picked up the mantle. He picked up where Wayne left off. Think about it.
That's very true.
Every record was Wayne. And
that's
then
very
there
true.
was no Wayne.
That's very true.
Now imagine if Drake just disappeared for 5 years. You're going to be like, dog, I mean, I wasn't really
after
feeling what you were doing.
After that first year, I'd probably be like, all right, whatever. But after year two, I'd be like, all right, wait a minute.
Right.
What's going on?
After year one, you're like, oh, okay, he's finally, taking some time. Year two, you're like, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to a point where you may not have been impressing me this entire time, but I know you as an artist and I know your potential and what you're capable of. We aren't getting anything. We're not getting the shit I dislike and we're not getting the shit I like.
Right.
We're getting nothing.
We're getting nothing.
Eventually you're going to feel like there's a void.
Yeah.
So for Wayne to come back and then just jump into rotation as heavy as he's been, I was very appreciative of that.
That part.
Felt good to hear Wayne on the radio.
Yeah, because he can get back out there and get back to that spot. So yeah, absolutely. But it's just like match your quality with what you already got. You know what I mean? You know right now you're gonna command the attention when you speak. Make sure you're saying something of substance.
I can't remember the name of the record, but I know he says "Glory Hallelujah," and I can't remember the name of that record.
I can't remember if I know what song you're talking about.
But that was probably the most gas I've heard Lil Wayne. Like, period. Like, outside of 6 foot, 7 foot, that nigga was going in on that record.
Was it the track that you're talking about? If I'm not familiar, was it on his album?
Nah, it was on a tape.
Okay, then we're talking about
because this was during the time that
we're talking about the same track. He gassed that because I remember I was cooking when I heard that track,
and he performed at the Hip Hop Awards. And I was like, Wayne is going in.
Yeah,
it made me excited for Sorry for the Wait 2, and then it dropped.
And then it dropped, and he was like, "What the hell? Wait a minute, how did I listen to this but didn't listen to?" Yeah, I agree with you on that.
It was real good head, and then Missionary. That's all it was.
Damn. And not even a good mission, but she just lay there. Like, she just lay there. That's it. Just, oh man.
Ham sandwiches for everybody. Kind of getting off of that. Let me ask you, who pissed you off the most this year?
Kanye.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know people can be like, well, Trump did too, but I expect Trump to be a dumbass.
And people will say that you should expect Kanye to be.
The reason I don't expect Kanye to be, or maybe I should, but the reason it's hard for me too is because we can kind of know where his background comes from. We kind of, as black men, we identify with that particular struggle that got him to the place he is now. So to see that flip, it's like, really, dude? Really? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what's your issue? I think he would have to be, I don't know. I think he would have to be, 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 I think he would have to be Yeah, because I'm looking at all the politics is all sleazeball, so I can't really say they disappoint me. They disappoint me just by breathing.
Just by clocking in
right.
every day.
So, yeah, I would have to say Kanye.
Yeah, he's definitely my go-to. You know, Kanye has done a lot of stupid shit, you know, calling himself Yeezus and doing the whole Yeezus album in general. And,
right.
and this
wearing
year,
a fucking rhinestone mask, like
for a concert, like nigga, and having rumors start that this ain't even him. You're like, there's a list of things that Kanye has done that you just kind of give him that Scooby Doo look. You know what I'm saying? This year, I don't know what the fuck it was, but he was in his bag with the loony shit this year,
man.
And it was crazy. Like, but where I got the most disappointed was the meeting with Trump, because, and it's for multiple reasons. One, seeing a black man look at someone who calls white supremacists very fine people, who speaks about sexual assault, and yeah, I mean, y'all know the list.
It's very extensive.
Looking at a minority who is an endangered species in the world right now. We can't forget that we're still getting gunned down at a very crazy rate. Looking at somebody like that, say that someone with all the qualities I just mentioned is a father figure. Yeah. Bowing at his feet. I'm like, dog, you look shitty as a hip hop artist. You look shitty as a black man. You look shitty as a representation of black people. Bro, it was just a real bad situation. Like, I look at everything Kanye does and, you know, you kind of just hit him with, you know, who else but Quagmire. That's how you look at shit that Kanye West does. This was the first time I actually was like, dog, I'm legit let down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I felt let down. Like I had the nigga number in my phone to text him. Like, I was like, dog, come on now.
And it's crazy for me because I'm not like a super Kanye fan like that. Don't get me wrong. I know man puts out bomb ass music and I will listen to that bomb ass music during that time. But when this came about, I'm like, bruh, like, why are you doing this? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, you was in the hood, you out of the hood, whatever the case is. I get that, but don't sit there and not only are you shitting on people from that said hood, you're shitting on people that black people in general. Like,
exactly.
It did not make any sense to me. But even if we move it off of the black white topic, the fact that you're bowing down, kissing ass to this man that it's been almost blatant with saying he doesn't give a fuck about you. Right. That part, I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me.
And that's the shit that I was just like, yo, this is no, because he's like, I want to hug you, I want to kiss your feet. I'm like
really?
Let's take away all the other bullshit. Let's take away all that shit. The visual of this black man kneeling at Trump's feet, saying,
kneeling at call for what it is, the president's feet,
kneeling at the president's feet. And I'm like, dog, this is not a good, that screenshot will never disappear.
Never.
Kanye West could snap back into it tomorrow and that screenshot is still going to be there. And that's just, it's such a shitty look. So I'm like, dog, this is very Uncle Ruckus of you.
It is. It is. And it's sad because you look at him, at least for black men on the outside, you look at him, it's like, this is somebody that has so much power, power that he may not even know yet that he has, but we on the outside, we can see like, yo, people are going to listen when you speak. People are going to run. And when you do something, people are going to go run out and check to see what you're doing. And that's just you. This is not including the fact that you're married to a Kardashian.
Right.
Anytime a camera can be used to take a picture, y'all, is going to be used.
Right.
Anytime a picture is, or anytime somebody got a chance to catch you leaving the White House or taking a meeting or something like that. Come on, dog. You be smarter. Not only be smarter with that, but you're one to post your screenshots of when you're talking to these people.
Right.
A screenshot of you talking to Trump or text to Trump, whatever the case is, that don't disappear. You can say he hate black people all he want. You love him though.
Right.
Come on, man. It's disappointing.
Since we're on the subject of Kanye, we didn't, of course, I didn't really get a chance to talk about it. You know, people thought that we stopped doing the noise. Motherfuckers like started listening. It was like, so is it just you now?
Wait for the last show?
Yeah, like people.
I apologize,
I was like, I said it on the damn show. Like he's gonna be back. I'm gotta reveal the winner. Shout out to Deidre. So I want to reveal the winner, and then that's it.
Listen, mentally last week, or not even gonna say last week. The action of it was last week. I was going through some stuff mentally. Had to step away, get myself right. Had no choice, but had to step away, get myself right. I'm here now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, unless y'all want us to stop, do they want us to stop?
I don't think so. It just seemed very like, yo. But then I should have took offense to that because the way I got approached, I'm like, so what if it was just me? God damn it. I felt like I gave y'all solid ass 20 minutes.
I thought so too.
Selfish bastards.
I thought so too. But no, man, ear hustlers, people, we here. We gonna keep rocking this thing out. And like we said before, we gonna fuck y'all up next year.
I'm telling you, y'all really gotta look forward to it. There's a lot of shit coming.
Exactly. Carry on. I'm sorry.
But going into Kanye, we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but you got to take that nigga's phone away. Yeah. Somebody need to snatch his shit because he's going way too crazy with the tweets.
Yeah.
So this is in this month alone, this nigga has just had a full just rain on Drake.
Yeah. And I'm not understanding really why.
I wish I knew. I know this last time it was because he followed Kim on Instagram. At least that's the excuse he's giving. And before,
did he follow Kim recently?
Yeah, he just recently followed her.
Okay.
And but that's the thing. But Drake has
what if Kim posts good pictures?
I don't know, man. Kim's starting to get that little flick, kind of body too. Flick.
Oh, from Bugs Life.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that movie.
No way, Flick Ants or Bugs Life.
Anyway. No, Flick was Bugs Life.
Well, yeah, Google Flick. But anyway, I mean, if that is the reason, okay, because I get Drake do be shooting his shot at all the thickums.
But I think the world knows that ain't gonna work. Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I look at
like if you know for a bona fide fact that your girl is not finna leave you for no Drake or even mess with Drake, even if she wasn't with you, then I'm not saying let him shoot a shot. You ain't gotta let him be disrespectful, but I mean, he gonna shoot a shot. Fuck it,
right? But I can't say that Drake is innocent in the situation because he definitely feels like Kanye told Push, because in the middle of one of the rants, he says, "I didn't tell Push about your kid." Mm-hmm. So this issue for sure is pretty deep rooted. But
so he thinks Kanye, he thinks because Push, I know Push said 40 total, so he thinks 40 may have not said nothing, but Kanye said something and Push was lying, type of thing.
Probably so.
Okay,
probably so because. I mean, if Push is lying, it would make sense that he would say that. Like, what better way to advert from?
So yeah,
to divert from what I'm doing and who you think told me, and to say your man's did.
Say your man's did.
Now that's a conversation.
Hell yeah, that's a conversation.
You're not worried about me,
right?
It's a conversation between you and your man's,
right?
Now. But I know he had of course, the Checks Over Stripes line on Travis Scott, which had Kanye pissed at Travis Scott, and then he on the other record, he's also
ain't that his brother-in-law?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't be mad at your brother-in-law, but okay.
Right, that's like a dysfunctional Brady's. Like you got Lamar having cocaine.
Some guy, listen,
cocaine,
whatever
prostitutes,
whatever type of box the Kardashians / Jenners have, I don't want it. It's one of the Jenners, we already know why I don't want that one. But the other ones, like you got somebody strung out on dope. You got Kanye in the sunken place. Scott, I know he was with the other sister, but he got the fuck up out of that family.
Right, he got out there quick.
Tiger got the fuck up out of there.
He didn't walk away scot-free, but he was any alcoholic or was it alcoholic?
I think he was an alcoholic, but now he be kicking like I just seen a picture. He was all kicking. Scott got it so cool. I can fuck with him because he got it cool. He was at a pool, whatever. He was at the pool with his main chick and his ex-girl, and they was all just kicking it, chilling.
He got the money. He always at One Oak. Always at One Oak.
Really?
Yeah, he's like they expect him.
Wow.
Shit, wow. I think they actually they kicked him out of one of the rooms before. But anyway,
but yeah, I don't want that box. I'm good. I'm good. Some gotta be. It's tainted somewhere.
Right.
I don't want no parts of it.
It's the bird box. That's what it is. It's the bird box. They looked at it and they ain't been right ever since.
Well, if you look at, I'm not going to do that. I was going to say something, then I would have had a community at me. Nope.
Well, that just explains what you were going to say.
Nope, I still ain't say it.
Anyway. Yeah, like, I feel like Drake was definitely poking at him, but long story short, I just feel like someone need to take the nigga phone. Mm-hmm. 2, he needs to really take his mental health issue a little more seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be real. I have hopes even though I still think niggas gone forever, I have hopes we're going to get at least an inkling of old Kanye at some point in time.
I think so too. If I was him, what I would do, I would try not to. Well, no, I wouldn't try. I would do it, but he needs to try not to be on Twitter talking about Drake. If he feels this strongly, this would be the opportune time to get into the booth and do something that you haven't even done before. Kanye ain't know who's Kanye dissed. Kanye ain't dissed nobody. Sure. I think he's capable of doing so.
I don't think this Kanye is. I don't think Yeezus is.
Well, maybe not Yeezus, but I'm saying Kanye West, I think he has that capability. It could be locked away, stored in vaults and vaults and vaults, but
I don't think he has the key.
If he does find that key, he can get in there. But what I'm saying is I would use this time to, go at him, do what I'm going to do, make fire ass beat sample, whatever you want to do, make the X song be fire as fuck and go at Drake. Cause Drake is going to do one or two things. He's either going to put up or he's going to shut up. Now, I think he's going to shut up because if Drake says something, who else is going to say something?
I think
push.
Oh, of course.
Drake don't want that. So I think this is a good time for Kanye to kind of, if he wanted to, kind of switch the spectrum a little bit.
That beef would be the most interesting beef because these are two people who are ultimately bulletproof to their fan base.
That's why I would do it. That's why if I'm Kanye, I would do it.
That would be interesting to see. However,
it wouldn't work for nobody else. If it was somebody else doing the same exact thing Kanye was doing, and no, it wouldn't work. But for him, I think it'll work.
But again, I think old Kanye had it in him because the way old
he's gone
Kanye.
now?
I think he's gone. I think he's way too gone because I remember Kanye did SNL years ago before he had the rant, and he had a freestyle towards Ray J around the time Ray J dropped I Hit It First. He had a freestyle.
I remember.
Ray J.
I don't remember the freestyle, but I remember hearing about it. Yeah,
the shit was funny.
Really?
He opens up the freestyle by saying Brandy's little sister something. So I was like, like it was comical. You know what I'm saying? I think he had it in him then. I don't think he has it now.
Damn.
I think now we would just get a rant.
Not even in a little glimpse of maybe the Kanye that we're hoping to see. Not
you
even
know what
in that
window
one?
we should have got this beef? Life of Pablo. That was the closest to Kanye we've gotten in a long time. Even with this new project. This new project was, I couldn't fuck with it.
I've never heard it. I'm not. Yeah.
But one thing with Kanye though, that I think that there's still some of him there is the beats that I heard on Nas's album, is the beats that I heard on Push's album.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, cause I even said it before, Nas's album sounds like a Kanye album with Nas. You know what I'm saying? So it's still there. Somebody just need to take a real good picture. And
that's what I mean. Like it's in vaults.
It's in
vaults. Like it's in the deepest, darkest corner of the room, like chained up. But he may have lost the key.
That's why he has Twitter outrages. Every so often, the voice come up. Let me tell you something about Drake. He has to convince himself to get back in the bag.
At this point, though, with him and Drake, is either you because Drake's not gonna get into a booth and initially start something. He maybe if he has a feature, maybe he'll sneak this, but he's not gonna purposely go to the booth like I'm gonna fuck Kanye up. So maybe Kanye can get in there and use this time to make some music and do that because I don't see the little hope you slip. I feel he may come out and say something that okay, that's old Kanye. He may do some music like that, but I'm kind of 70-30 on Kanye gone.
I am 93-7.
Damn.
That Kanye's gone, bro. Until he addresses his mental health issue, that nigga is gone. And again, let me out. I wanna ride, bro.
You know what? I would not be too surprised if it were to happen if Kim was to end up divorcing him.
Oh, he'd kill himself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. God forbid, but he'd already lost his mama.
Happening. Right. I can see it happening cause she's going to be like, all right, you fucking up the money a little bit too much. I can see that happen. Or Chris being like, hey, you better get rid of this nigga.
Right.
But
those exact words too.
Right. But on the flip side, yeah, I think, Kanye wouldn't be, he wouldn't even be going by Kanye no more. He'll make his name up and say he want to be called that or something. One of them new
first
niggas
rapper
being
name
called
just Phil. Comes to the stage, Phil. No special interest or nothing. He just comes out. And just starts
music,
rapping.
no nothing.
Nothing. It just comes out and just starts rapping.
Yeah, it would be bad if that happened, but I would not be surprised if she was to do that. Or maybe not initially like jump out the window with divorce. Maybe if she was like they're separating or for reports, I would not be surprised at that.
The only reason I don't see her divorcing him is because she, you know, she's a Kardashian. She loves the attention. While she's with Kanye, she will always be news.
True, but she was pretty much always news before Kanye too, though.
No, if you really remember, when they would stop talking about her, we get a new titty picture.
True.
And then she's news again.
True.
So she does, since, think about it, this year, we ain't seen her titties.
But you're right about that. You are right. But at the same time, them little titty pictures, they've been working because she'll be news. So they've been working.
Right. They work when they work. But I think we got one picture.
I think one picture this year, or was that last year?
It wasn't
because Kanye. It was a response to something else. I think honestly, Rihanna dropped something and she was seen and it was like, oh, you know, I think it was one of those things. Right, yeah.
Exactly. Again, that could have been a slow month that they weren't talking about him, so that could have been why.
True.
Anyway, man. Above all, 2018 was definitely a year of growth. Whether you were forced to grow or you recognized that it was time to grow and you went about it that way.
Or both.
What's something that you want to say coming out of this year?
Say to the people or say to myself?
Just in general, just what are some last words you leave? Because this is the last time they're going to hear our voice in 2018 unless they call us.
I ain't gonna answer.
Right, I'm saying I'm king of. Okay.
Being patient. Not only to the people, be patient, but to myself, have to tell myself to be patient. You know what I mean? Things are gonna come when they're supposed to come. And I guess have a little bit more fun.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Even if I don't mean necessarily going out and do stuff like that. By all means do so, but I don't mean necessarily fun like that. But just fun. Being alive and having this so-called human experience.
Yes, sir. I'm a double down on that. But just take care of yourself, man. Above all, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, it's going to be impossible for you to love anybody else.
This is very true.
And of course, if you don't love yourself, that can turn into a whole bunch of different things. Y'all got to understand mental health is real. Mm-hmm. And the more that shit affects you, it could be your first experience or it could be your last experience in general, period, with anything in life.
Yeah.
So love yourself. Love yourself. Love everybody around you. Love the ones that hate you. Love them from a distance. Love the ones that hate you. And just really, get your shit together, man. 2018, this was that learning curve.
Yeah.
And shit, man. Y'all got to make 2019 count. I guess that's what I want to leave y'all with in 2018. Let people know where they can find you next year.
Next year, since it'll be next year, I can start following me on Twitter again, I guess, _Hollywood Kev. On Instagram, it's _Hollywood Kev_. Follow me there.
All right. At Big Los IG on IG. Again, y'all can follow me again on Snapchat, Big Los 89. Of course, at the Noize Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, and YouTube. The visuals will be back. And of course, everything Beat Network at beatnetworkonline.com. Just for a little, shout out to the year. Go ahead and go watch Cognac Conversations.
Yeah, go do that.
Go get at it real quick. Spin real quick. You'll enjoy it.
Just get a little preview of what's to come.
You know what I'm saying? What we really got planned going forward. So as I look at it, we didn't wish nobody a happy Valentine's Day. We didn't wish nobody a Merry Christmas. We didn't wish nobody a happy Halloween, none of the Kwanzaa days, no happy Hanukkah. We missed every holiday on this episode, but at least we can address this one. So as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate your support. As always, we appreciate your ear throughout the year. And as always, it's Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
It's the Noize. Happy New Year's, y'all.
That was good.
Thank you.